Hi guys, welcome to Software Jobs Training, and we are on week 3, day 5. So now we are going to cover about operators. Operators are the JavaScript symbols that are used to perform certain operations. Okay, so for example, that if you need to perform an operation of add, subtract, multiplication, etc. So these all are done using the operators. In this session, we are going to cover about arithmetic operators, assignment operators, as well as logical operators. Okay, so let me just go to the slide number 2 and we are going to see them in detail. And first of all, we'll cover up about arithmetic operators. So arithmetic operators are used to perform mathematical operations, okay, between the variables or the values that you want to perform in. So here you can see the complete list of operators, of arithmetic operators. They start from addition, that will be done using a plus operator, and subtraction, division. Okay, so modulus is actually the remainder of the division that you have done. Alright, and then we'll see the increment and decrement. Okay, so here is the first thing that we see, that we have created a variable that says y, and we have the value of 10 coming into the y, and then we say y asterisk 2. Okay, so this basically stands for 10 multiplied by 2, and you can see the output is equal to 20. So we are using the multiplication operator, and the addition, subtraction and division are quite basic. They're quite easy to do. Alright, and let's just go ahead and see these modulus and increment and decrement. So if I get rid of this document.write, and I can just say var x is equal to y percentage 5, and then I can document.write this up. So it will try to divide the 10 with 5, and the modulus will actually show the remainder of this division. So I'm going to run this code up, and this will show 0, because if you try to divide 10 by 5, the remainder will obviously become 0. Okay, so this modulus symbol is actually used to find out the remainder. So let's just go ahead and type var x is equal to plus plus y. So this double plus symbol is actually the increment symbol, and this will add 1 to the existing value of y, so it will make it 11. And to show that, we can just say document.write x. As you can see that the output becomes 11. So in similar way, you can use the decrement one to decrement the value. Okay, so this will make it 9. As you can see that you can either put the increment symbol before the variable, or you can put them after the variable. So in our example, I've put it before the variable. Okay, and here you can see it was post fixed. Okay, so let me just go ahead to the slide number 3, and in slide number 3 we are going to discuss about the assignment operators. Okay, so the assignment operators are actually used to assign some values to the variables. Okay, the very simple example of an assignment operator is the is equal to symbol. So in this line number 6, you can see that I've put an is equal to symbol, so that is acting as an assignment operator. So this will actually assign the value of 10 to x. Okay, and then you can use this complete list of assignment operators. Is equal to is the basic one, and you can also put it like x plus is equal to 5. This actually adds the new value. Alright, it will first up it will add the value into the x, and then it will assign the new value back to x. Okay, so it is actually as good as saying, let me just get rid of this, it is as good as saying x is equal to x plus 5. Okay, so first of all, it will add the value of 5 into x, and then put it back into the x. and then we have written the document.write, so this will put up 15. Alright, so just to make it shorter, we can say that x plus is equal to 5. So first of all, it will add 5 into the value of x, and then transfer the new value into the x variable, and x will actually become 15. Okay, so it's pretty easy, and similar way you can just add the values, multiply values, divide them, and find the modulus. So the backbone of these assignment operators is actually the is equal to symbol. On slide number 4, we are looking at the operator for string. Okay, so suppose you have two strings and you actually want to join them, and for that we'll have to use the plus symbol. Okay, so as you can see that these are not mathematical these are not mathematical variables, right? So they cannot simply add, right? But they can join themselves up. Okay, so there is a variable that says name is equal to Anderson and intro is equal to my name is, and we just need to join them up, we just need to add them up, and this process is actually called concatenation or concatenate. Okay, so we are concatenating this variable to this variable using a plus symbol, so they will show up a single line output and saying that my name is Anderson. Okay, so concatenation is used to join two or more than two strings. Okay, off to slide number 2, and this is where the real programming comes, that comparison operators. Okay, so comparison operators are actually used to compare two variables or compare two values. Alright, so the very first one is the is equal to symbol, and this is represented by putting two is equal to symbols, and if you want the variable 1 to be exactly equal to the variable 2, then you can put 3 is equal to symbols. Okay, so they're good in if-else situations. We are actually coming we have not started to get into the details of this if-else part right now, but this code will actually do that. It means that if x is equal to y, then it should say like x and y are equal. Otherwise it should say that x and y are not equal. Okay, so currently the value of x is 5 and y is 10, so 5 and 10 are not equal, so the output is coming as x and y are not equal, because this is a is equal to comparison operator. So I'm going to put it like 10 is equal to, and so this condition will actually satisfy, so x is equal to y. So you can see the output that x and y are equal. Okay, so double equals to is the operator that is used to, that is known as equals to operator. Okay, so this will actually compare up two variables. If you do not want to compare two variables, then you can put the not equals to symbol. So this exclamation mark actually means that you are comparing that x should not be equals to y. Okay, so I will have to change the outputs. So I'm comparing that if x is not equal to y, then it should say that x and y are not equal. Otherwise it should just say that x and y are equal. So I'm going to run this code. So it is actually going into the else part and saying that x and y are not equal. So let's just make them unequal. Here we go. So you can see that x and y are not equal, right? Previously they were equal. Okay, so this is the not operator. So this stands for not equals to, and similarly you can compare them using greater than symbol, less than symbol, greater than equals to symbol, or less than equal to symbol. So here you can see their implementation. So you can say that x should be less than or equal to y. Okay, and this will compare up the if x is greater than or equals to y. Alright, so in this way you can compare up the values if one variable is actually equals to the other one. And this if else block we have not started to cover up it yet. Okay, so we'll be doing this in future lessons. Alright, so on slide number 6 we are going to see the logical operators. Okay, so suppose you need to compare multiple items at the same time. For that we will have to use the logical operators. Again, don't be fully bothered by the logical operators just yet, because we have not gotten to the conditional statements yet by now, right? So just see that what are these logical operators. So wherever you need to perform any logic, you just need to use these logical operators that are listed over here. So there are just 3 basic logics. First one is AND logic. Okay, and then the second one is OR logic. These are represented by double pipe symbols, and then there is the NOT symbol. Okay, so this is again a logical operator. And to see them in action, look at this statement that says if x is equal to y, and remember this double pipe symbol is actually the OR symbol, OR operator. So if x is equal to y or y is equal to z, at least one of them should satisfy the condition. Then it will say that at least one of the conditions is true, else none of the condition is actually true. Okay, so yes, as you can see that y and z are true. So this will say that at least one of this condition is true, because OR symbol will run them, will compare both of them and see that if at least one of them is correct, then it will just execute this code up. Okay, so if I put the AND symbol instead of OR, now the AND logical operator will actually expect the x is equal to y and y is equal to z. Both of them should be true, okay, according to the AND operator. Okay, so as you can see that the value of x is equal to 5 and y is 10. Okay, so this condition will actually fail. So if I run this, and you can see that none of these conditions are true. Okay, so AND operator expects both of them to be true. So this simply means that x is equal to y and y is equal to z, which is in fact not true. So the code will be executed that is written in the else part of this. Okay, so we have just started about these conditional statements and logical operators, so don't be bothered yet. Okay, we are going to cover this up in upcoming JavaScript series. Okay, on slide number 4 you will actually find a skill assessment, and I will skip this up. So this will actually bring us to the end of the lesson. Thank you.